At the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the guns fell silent on the Western Front. Germany had surrendered, ending more than 4 years of the First World War. Today, on the 104th anniversary of the Armistice, we pause to mark Remembrance Day, honouring the more than 103,000 Australians who have lost their lives and all those who have served their country in wars, conflicts and peacekeeping operations. On this Remembrance Day, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on the significant anniversaries we have commemorated this year. This year we marked the 50th anniversary of the end of national service in Australia. To all our Nashos, we remember your service and the sacrifice of your families. On behalf of a grateful nation, we thank you. We recognised 75 years of Australia's involvement in peacekeeping operations. Australia has a proud and unique history of peacekeeping. We were there for the first United Nations operation in 1947. 3/4 of a century have passed since, and in every one of those years, Australia has had peacekeepers in the field. We acknowledge that service and the proud place that Australia's peacekeepers hold in our country's history. This year also marked 80 years since the battles and campaigns that brought the Second World War to Australia and to the islands and waters to our north, where pivotal battles were fought in the defence of our country and the Asia-Pacific region. These events became the historical turning point we now call the Battle for Australia. The threat of invasion must have seemed very real to Australians. Victories in the defence of Australia came at a great cost and were won by the courage and sacrifice of those who served. Today, I'd like to share with you just one of the many stories of service and sacrifice from the Second World War. 19-year-old Private Jack Adams from the Swan Valley in my home state of Western Australia. Jack was sent far north to Port Hedland to play his part in coastal defence, patrolling, manning anti-aircraft guns and spotting for Japanese planes. Just after sunrise on the 30th of July 1942, Port Hedland came under attack by 9 Japanese aircraft which dropped bombs on the small town. The plane that dropped the bomb that killed Jack flew too high to be spotted. No air raid sirens were sounded. There was no warning. One bomb exploded near the tent where Jack and his mates were taking shelter. Jack was killed instantly. In his death notice, Jack's parents wrote, "We will always remember you smiling, our boy." Today, we remember those Australians who, like Jack Adams, made their ultimate sacrifice in the service of their country and the sacrifice of their families. I invite you to wear a red poppy today to show your respect. It's up to all of us to ensure that the many who have suffered or lost their lives in service to our nation will never be forgotten, lest we forget.